On 26 April 2001, former Indian Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee launched a nationwide program aimed at universalizing elementary education. The ambitious goal was to provide free and compulsory education for all children aged 6 to 14 years. In the midst of this monumental movement, a song encapsulated the essence of this initiative. This musical ode became the anthem of aspiration, hope, and relentless pursuit of education. In the pursuit of transforming education across the nation, the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan set its aims and objectives with a deadline for achieving universal attention by 2010. This was all more than a noteworthy since it came at a time when India's literacy rate stood at 65.4% with a significant gender gap and disparities among rural and urban areas. Even among enrolled students, dropout rates were 40.67%. Out of every 100 children who started primary schools, nearly 41 dropped out before completing class 5 in 2001. In primary schools, there was an average of 45 students per teacher. These statistics show there's a lot of work need to be done to improve education in India. Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan was launched to address these challenges. While significant progress was made, various initiatives and efforts have been taken, but how much government are successful in implementing this program and has the ground reality changed?
हमने ये निश्चय किया है कि सन 2010 तक 8वीं कक्षा तक सभी बच्चों को अनिवार्य रूप से शिक्षा मिले। हमने इसके लिए सर्व शिक्षा अभियान शुरू किया है।
The schooling system in India can be divided into three levels: elementary, secondary, and higher education. Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan primarily focus on elementary education, but why on elementary education? Elementary education lays the groundwork for child's academic journey. Focusing on this stage ensures that children receive a strong foundation, cognitive, social, and emotional development, also promoting inclusivity in the education system. The central and state government have a complementary role in Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. While the central government provides policy framework, strategies, and guidelines, the state government is responsible for localized implementation, ensuring efficient utilization of resources and adapting the program to suit the specific needs of each state and district. During the early phases, the funding pattern was primarily on the higher ratio from the central government compared to the state government, except for northeastern states and 3 Himalayan states. Since 2001, under the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, the educational landscape of India has undergone a remarkable transformation. Take a look at the numbers. These figures are more than just numbers. They represent a brighter future for millions of children and transformation of countless lives. But access alone was not enough. The program also made sure that education was affordable. Free education eliminated a major barrier for underprivileged families, allowing them to send their children to school without financial worry. Plus, free uniform, textbooks, and learning material ensured everyone had the tool that they need to succeed. The SSA also went beyond academics. Scholarships and incentives rewarded hard work and motivated students to stay in school. Also for girls, specific interventions like separate toilets, free uniforms, and residential school addressed their unique challenges and encouraged their enrollment and retention. The Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya is one of the bright examples in the spirit of literacy and education among girls.
आज इन्हें खाना, रहना, स्टेशनरी सब मुफ्त मिल रही है। ये अपनी मंजिल की ओर आगे बढ़ रही हैं।
But sometimes even free education was not enough. That's where the midday meal scheme came in. The midday meal program, a cornerstone of Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, tackled this challenge head-on, ensuring that children have the fuel that they need to learn and thrive. More than just sustenance, the midday meal program fosters a sense of community and belonging. Children from diverse backgrounds come together to share a meal, breaking down social barriers and creating a more inclusive learning environment.
Enrollment in schools has increased by roughly 20%. Attendance has improved, children are healthier, and their cognitive abilities have also gone up.
In 2001, dropout rates were 40.67% from class 1 to 5th. Slowly but surely, the efforts began to bear fruit. Enrollment rates skyrocketed, dropout rates plummeted, particularly in primary education. The transition from primary to upper primary has gone up from 83.53% in 2009 to 2010 to 90.14% in 2015 to 16. On paper, the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan is impressive. However, the reality starkly contrasts with some promises. The Murshidabad government school is a prime example. The repairs were undertaken for dysfunctional toilets. However, they remain unusable and poorly maintained, compelling students, particularly girls, to seek alternatives for basic sanitation needs. This school in Bhubaneswar has only one classroom for 117 students. While some schools excel, others struggle. What if instead of going to school, they work in field as laborers? Madhepura village had a story like this.
बच्चों को शिक्षित करने का जो सपना देखा है वो महज सरकारी फाइलों तक ही सिमट कर रह गया है। हकीकत इन तस्वीरों से साफ देखी जा सकती है।
Despite the noble intention of Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, its implementation has been riddled with inadequacies, misuse of fund, ineffective monitoring, school lacking benches, training center lacking basic amenities, and shortage of funds. Where does the money go? Well, it was used to buy new cars and luxury items. The long chain of corruption never ends. The inadequacy casts a long shadow over the program effectiveness, particularly when viewed in a conjunction with the midday meal scheme. While the midday meal scheme aims to improve nutritional status and attract children to schools, its impact is hampered by lack of basic facilities.
At a government school in Chennai that we visited, the noon meal was prepared next to the toilets. Cooked food was placed on a septic tank, surrounded by filth and garbage. Students say they eat in that stench.
Dozens of primary school students in Bihar state has damaged the credibility of the program. More than 20 children died after eating food likely contaminated by insecticide.
Furthermore, reports of caste-based discrimination in serving and allocation of meals have unfortunately surfaced, highlighting persistent social inequalities.
In a shocking incident related to caste-based discrimination, the children of a government school in Tikamgarh, Madhya Pradesh allegedly refused to consume midday meal made by a Dalit woman. When asked, the children said the food is being prepared at home by a woman who doesn't belong to their community.
The program faced challenges at every turn. Amidst the doubt, the spirit of SSA remained undaunted. Millions of children across India have access to education thanks to the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan. But behind the scene, a silent struggle unfolds. The story of teachers, the unsung hero of this noble ambition. In the initial year of SSA, except Andhra Pradesh, Haryana, Kerala and West Bengal, all other states, more than 10% of primary schools had only one teacher for 5 classes. And the figure of single teacher school is as high as 40% in Rajasthan. The pupil-teacher ratio reveals the inadequacy of teachers for elementary level of education. For lower primary and upper primary levels, the ratio varies from 20 in Assam to 85 in Bihar. Many states have failed to provide an adequate number of teachers, which is prerequisite for imparting quality education. SSA undertook a massive recruitment drive to fill the enormous gap in teacher availability. Millions of teacher posts have been sanctioned, but not all have been recruited. To meet the demand, eligibility criteria were sometimes relaxed, leading to concern about teachers' quality. Many appointments were contractual, creating insecurity and impacting long-term commitment. While achieving numerical target and increasing access, quality concern and inadequate supports remain. The government has addressed the issue of untrained teachers through in-service teacher training under SSA, but it was all a sham. This isn't to say that entire training program was failure. Many dedicated teachers made the most of the resources available and implemented innovative methods in their classrooms. In Kerala, teachers come together to bear the extra cost of feeding the children.
It's these 8 teachers, including the headmaster, who shell up to 1,000 rupees every month to bear the extra cost of feeding the children.
Besides teaching, the government school has a unique task list for its teachers. Ramchandra Dabas, principal of government school in Delhi Janakpuri, says about this unique list for his teachers, which is housing survey, economic survey, industrial survey, census duty, voter identity card duty. The long list of such tasks or non-teaching duties is just one of the many issues that confront government school teachers in the country. He asked, is this what teachers are for? Last but not least, community participation. Through SSA, the communities are not just beneficiaries but stakeholders. One of the key pillars of this approach was the creation of school management committees, democratically elected bodies composed of parents, teachers, and community representatives. The impact of community participation is undeniable. Children are more engaged and motivated, leading to the improved learning outcomes and reduced dropout rates. Women are empowered as an active contributors to their children's education, breaking down barriers and creating a more inclusive learning environment. In other cases, community participation has been a challenge, especially in rural areas where the lack of awareness in communities lead to the low participation. The overall picture is undeniably brighter. More children are learning, getting empowered, and the literacy is on the rise. However, some landscape remain uneven, with disparities persisting across regions, communities, and socio-economic backgrounds. On 1st April 2018, Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan officially merged with Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. The Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan continued to build upon the goal of SSA while incorporating a wider scope and aligning with the vision of National Education Policy 2020. Education policies, a mixtape that never gets old. So let us curate this mixtape, adding new tracks, blending new voices, and ensuring that the music of education never stops playing.